AnnyeongBuzz. Welcome back to the channel, where we explore the world of K-pop, idols, and the fascinating stories behind them. Today, we're shining the spotlight on ENHYPEN's very own Ice Prince, Sunghoon. From his incredible figure skating career to his journey into becoming one of the top visuals in K-pop, Sunghoon's story is seriously one of the most unique you'll ever hear. So grab your snacks, because we're going to dive deep into his life, his personality, and why fans can't stop calling him a real-life prince. Let's start with the basics. Sunghoon was born on December 8, 2002, which makes him a Sagittarius. Now, Sagittarius people are usually adventurous, optimistic, and have a free-spirited vibe. Honestly, I think that fits Sunghoon in an interesting way, because while he comes across as cool and reserved on the outside, once you learn about his skating career and his confidence on stage, you can totally see that Sagittarius energy shining through. And get this, his Chinese zodiac is the horse, which often represents strength, determination, and speed. Doesn't that sound like the perfect description of a figure skater? It's almost like his zodiac signs were preparing him for the life he's living now. Now, one of the most amazing things about Sunghoon is his background in figure skating. He started skating when he was just 9 years old, and he stayed in that world for a whole decade. 10 years of training, competing, and representing South Korea internationally, that's not just a hobby, that's a serious career. He even won 2 silver medals in national competitions and took home trophies at events like the Asian Open Trophy and Lombardia Trophy. And remember, this was before he even thought about debuting as an idol. Can you imagine? Most kids are struggling just to finish their homework at that age, and Sunghoon was literally performing as a professional athlete. What I find fascinating is how that skating background shaped the idol we see today. You know, when people call him the Ice Prince, it's not just because he looks cool, it's because of that elegance and discipline he learned on the ice. When you watch him dance, his moves are smooth, controlled, and graceful in a way that feels different from other idols. It's like he brought the artistry of figure skating into K-pop, and that's honestly such a rare combination. Do you guys feel the same way? Like, when you see him dance, do you also catch that elegance that sets him apart? And of course, being a skater wasn't always easy. Sunghoon actually suffered from a severe form of amblyopia, or lazy eye, when he was younger. That kind of condition could have easily held him back, but he didn't let it stop him. Instead, he pushed through, worked harder, and still made it onto the ice as a competitive skater. That perseverance is something I really admire. It also makes sense why his motto is, just do it. He doesn't seem like the type to overthink. He just goes for it, works hard, and makes it happen. Now let's talk about his transition to K-pop. Sunghoon trained under Big Hit Entertainment for 2 years and 1 month before joining Island. Compared to some idols who train for 5, 6, even 7 years, that's still a relatively short time. But thanks to his discipline from skating, he had the work ethic and the determination to catch up fast. He ended up ranking 6th in the Island finale with over 1 million votes, proving just how much fans believed in him right from the start. And honestly, it makes sense. From the moment you see him, Sunghoon has this presence, like he was born to be on stage. Here's a fun fact. When Jungwon first met Sunghoon, he thought Sunghoon never smiled. And I think a lot of people have that impression at first. He gives off that cool, almost distant aura. But as you get to know him, you realize he's actually warm, playful, and even clumsy sometimes. That contrast is what makes him so intriguing. Have you ever had that experience where someone looks intimidating at first, but then turns out to be the sweetest person? I think that's exactly the case with Sunghoon. And speaking of impressions, the members once voted Sunghoon as the top visual, the one they'd introduced to their younger sisters first. That's a huge compliment, because it means even among idols, his looks really stand out. His dimple, his eye smile, his nose, fans always point out those as his most charming points. Personally, I think what makes Sunghoon so striking is not just his looks, but the combination of his face with that elegant aura. He looks like he walked straight out of a webtoon. Do you guys agree? Or do you think another member is the strongest visual? But let's not forget about his personality and hobbies. He has a dog named Gail, which means autumn in Korean. Gail was born in 2017, and if you've seen pictures, you know how adorable they are together. There's just something about idols with pets that makes them feel so much more relatable and human. It's like, even though Sunghoon is this ice prince, at the end of the day, he's just a guy who loves spending time with his dog. Sunghoon also has some unique preferences. His favorite color is white, which matches his clean, elegant image. His favorite season is autumn. Again, kind of fitting since his dog's name is Gull. His favorite ice cream flavor is coffee, which honestly makes me think he has mature taste buds. And while he loves clothes, shoes, and of course figure skating, there are things he doesn't like too, like mint chocolate, hats, ghosts, and bugs. Can we just talk about that for a second? The fact that he hates mint chocolate actually puts him in the middle of one of the biggest debates ever. Half of fans love mint chocolate, half hate it. So now I'm curious, which side are you guys on? Are you team mint choco or team anti-mint choco like Sunghoon? Another detail about Sunghoon that I think is super important to talk about is his role model. Just like Jake, he looks up to BTS's V. And honestly, it makes sense. Both of them have that charismatic stage presence, strong visuals, and this ability to look effortlessly cool while still connecting emotionally with fans. I can totally see why Sunghoon would find inspiration in V, and the fact that he listens to hip-hop when he's in a good mood shows us another side of him. Outside of the figure skater or idol image, he's just a young guy vibing with the music he loves. But I also think Sunghoon's identity as an ice prince goes deeper than just skating and visuals. He has this luxury vibe about him. Even in interviews, when he describes himself with 3 words, he chose the little prince, ice, and luxury. And honestly, those words fit him perfectly. He has the elegance of a fairy tale character, the coolness of ice, and the aura of someone who's refined and stylish. It's no wonder fans often say he looks like he belongs in a fashion magazine just as much as on stage. And speaking of fashion, Sunghoon has always been praised for his sense of style. He loves clothes, and you can tell. Whether it's casual or stage outfits, he carries everything with confidence. I think it's part of what makes him stand out, not just being handsome, but knowing how to present himself. Do you guys think he's the best dressed in ENHYPEN, or would you give that title to someone else? Now, one part of his career that sometimes gets overlooked is his time as an MC. Sunghoon co-hosted Music Bank alongside IA's Wonyoung, and let's be real, they were one of the most iconic MC duos in recent years. His visuals and charisma made him perfect for the role. And while he might have seemed a little shy at first, you could see how much he grew in confidence over time. His last broadcast was in September 2022, and even though fans were sad to see him go, it also allowed him to focus more on ENHYPEN's activities. But it definitely showed that Sunghoon has the potential to branch out into hosting or variety shows in the future. Fast forward to May 2025, and Sunghoon was appointed as an ambassador for the Korea Sport and Olympic Committee. How amazing is that? It's like his 2 worlds, sports and entertainment, came full circle. From representing Korea as a young figure skater to representing sports as an idol, it feels like life rewarded him for never giving up on his passion. And honestly, I think that's one of the most inspiring parts of his journey. He's proof that you don't have to stick to one path forever. You can reinvent yourself and still succeed. And of course, we can't leave out his fun and relatable side. Sunghoon has said that if he could only eat one food for the rest of his life, he'd pick samgyeopsal. I mean, who wouldn't? That's such a classic Korean dish, and it makes him feel so normal and relatable despite being this larger-than-life idol. He also thinks he's the most handsome member, which makes me laugh because it's both confident and a little cheeky at the same time. Like, you can't even argue with him because he's not wrong. Another thing I love about Sunghoon is how he describes his own personality. He's compared himself to a rabbit and a penguin. Rabbits for their softness, penguins for their cool but also cute charm. And let's be real, penguins as a fandom name? That's genius. It fits so well with his vibe and his fans' energy. At the end of the day, I think what makes Sunghoon special isn't just his visuals or his Ice Prince image. It's the fact that he's multi-layered. He's a hardworking athlete, a graceful performer, a stylish idol, and at the same time, a goofy young guy who hates mint chocolate and loves spending time with his dog. He's proof that you can be elegant and relatable at the same time. So I want to ask you guys, what's your favorite Sunghoon moment? Is it one of his legendary figure skating clips, a Music Bank MC stage, or maybe a specific ENHYPEN performance where he completely stole the show? For me, I'll never forget watching his transformation from a quiet, slightly reserved trainee on Island to the confident performer he is today. It feels like we're watching him write a whole new chapter of his life in real time. And to wrap this up, I think Sunghoon's journey can inspire all of us. His story shows that discipline, passion, and perseverance can take you anywhere, even from the ice rink to the world stage of K-pop. He didn't limit himself, and that's why he's become such an icon. All right, Buzz family, that's it for today's deep dive into ENHYPEN's Sunghoon. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share it with your fellow ENGENEs. And of course, drop a comment below telling me what you love most about Sunghoon. I'll be reading through them and maybe even featuring some in the next video. This has been AnnyeongBuzz, signing off.